Do you remember the first time an online moment made you feel like you were breathing with the rest of the world? That strange, shared intake of breath before joy sweeps in. That's what happened the night Yu Long revealed his baby boy to the world. A quiet live stream that turned into one of the most human, surprising events in recent memory. It began simply. No producers, no staged set. Only a small living room lit by warm lamps and to faces that millions had watched for years. Yu Long, whose public life had always been measured and deliberate, and young Mei Mei, whose smile had become a refuge for many fans. They sat close together on a soft couch, hands intertwined, like two people making a steady promise in front of a sea of strangers. For months the rumor mill had been relentless. Mei Mei's sparse social posts, a cancelled appearance here, a blurry photo there. Fans tried to connect dots and found only more questions. Theories ran wild, secret projects, health scares, publicity stunts. But the truth was private and tender, held tightly between them until they could decide the time was right. Yu Long looked at the camera first, then at Mei Mei. His expression was a mix of exhaustion and awe. "There's someone we want you to meet," he said quietly. That line alone made the chat surge with excitement. Comments exploded in languages poured from different time zones. The internet, which often feels fragmented and loud, synchronized into a single, pulse-driven reaction. Mei Mei lifted a soft blanket, and for the first time the audience saw a tiny face, asleep, peaceful, and impossibly small. For a second the stream seemed to slow. Fans paused mid-typed message. Then the flood, hearts, crying emojis, repeated "Oh my God" and "Congrats" and "We love you." The reveal wasn't flashy. It was intimate, like being let into a private room to witness something sacred. They did not unveil the baby's face in detail. Instead, they showed small, careful glimpses, a curled fist, the sweep of a tiny ear, a tuft of hair catching the light. Those choices made the moment even more humane. It respected the child's privacy while sharing the family's joy. The internet's usual appetite for exposure was met instead with tenderness, and the reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Yu Long cleared his throat. His voice, usually composed and precise on red carpets, carried a rawness that evening. "He's our son," he told the viewers. "We named him Yutia." The name rippled through the chat like a chorus. Hashtags were born within seconds. Hashtag welcome Yutia. Hashtag baby Long. Hashtag Mei Mei and Yu Long. Fans scrambled to make fan art, lullaby compilations, and supportive edits in minutes. What struck people wasn't just the reveal. It was the context. This couple had weathered scandals, rumors, and the great machinery of celebrity scrutiny. For some fans, the live stream felt like a reward, a moment of honesty after years of curated distance. For others, it was a lesson in gentleness, a reminder that behind headlines live fragile human choices. The couple spoke candidly about why they kept the pregnancy and birth private. "We wanted him to know family first," Mei Mei said, voice trembling. "We were afraid of the noise. We wanted him to have mornings of silence before the world taught him to perform." Her words landed hard. Many in the chat confessed they had forgotten that celebrities have private lives, to lives that deserve protection. Yu Long described the protective instinct that led them to secrecy. "It wasn't hiding to deceive," he said. "It was sheltering, like wrapping something fragile in a blanket until it is strong enough to face the wind." He laughed softly, then choked up. "When I held him for the first time, I felt everything change. The fear, the chaos, it all faded." There were practical reactions too. Brands scrambled to update campaigns. Media outlets raced to confirm details. But the louder response came from regular people. Strangers who wrote long messages about their own children, their hopes, and their relief that two public figures had chosen privacy over spectacle. A teacher in Seoul posted, "My students watched the reveal together and cried. For the first time, they saw celebrities as families." Not everyone cheered. A portion of the internet, always watchful, demanded answers about timing and consent. Ethics conversations ignited. Had the public been owed a different timeline? Did fame create unspoken obligations? The debate, though fierce, unfolded alongside an outpouring of support. And the scale of the affection was impossible to ignore. Yulong and Mei Mei's decision to keep their boy out of the spotlight also prompted industry-wide reflection. Talk shows discussed the pressures on celebrity parents. Magazines published op-eds about the rights of children born to public figures. Some PR strategists called the reveal a masterclass in narrative control, authentic, immediate, and humane. Others called it a necessary correction to the invasive instincts of modern fandom. On forums long accustomed to scandal, the reveal became a healing moment. Fans edited video compilations of Mei Mei cradling the child, subtitling those quiet gestures with lines about patience and courage. In one viral clip, an older fan whispered on camera, "I raised 3 children during hard times. Seeing them like this, simple and true, made me cry." That sentiment traveled. People connected deeply with the ordinariness of the scene. In the days after the live stream, volunteer groups offered to help protect the family's privacy. Online communities organized to flag intrusive posts and guide respectful behavior. The couple, who had once been frequent tabloid fodder, found themselves at the center of a movement that prioritized safety over spectacle. Yulong made a measured statement a day later. "We did this for our son. We will teach him, we will protect him, and we will love him. We ask for respect, not fascination." Mei added pictures of family, dinners, and small moments of domestic life. No faces revealed, just tiny shoes by a doorway, a small hand gripping a parent's finger. The imagery reinforced a new public message. Intimacy can be chosen, and boundaries can be held. Even longtime skeptics softened. Critics who had once dissected every action found themselves moved by a candidness that refused to be sensationalized. The reveal had altered the tone of their coverage. Headline writers, who previously chased scandal, now leaned toward essays about privacy, mental health, and the responsibility of fandom. Notably, fan culture adapted. There were trending hashtags like #ProtectUTA, with fans agreeing not to chase photos or leak locations. Fan clubs organized baby gift collections sent through official channels rather than paparazzi. The couple's fan bases, sometimes fragmented by faction, coalesced around a shared desire to honor this private life. Behind the public response, small moments accumulated into a quiet revolution. Yulong learned to sing lullabies backstage between shoots. Mei Mei took long breaths before interviews, guarding the rhythm of her days. Their routines, shared only in glimpses, became a template for fans on how to balance public life with private care.